He was a ship's engineer originally, but then he came back and he settled down in Waterford, and where Murphy Engineers was is at the end of O'Connell Street. If you drove right straight across, there was an entrance there to a yard, which was a coal yard, which was one of the Murphy brothers' coal yards, and he bought that, and that's where he set up his engineering works in there. My father died in 1935. All my aunts and my mother had gone to the Ursuline. And I was only 3 years of age when my father died, and my mother was trying to, the business in Bridge Street was nearly bankrupt, and she was trying to put it together, like, you know. Oh, 4 Bridge Street was, Daddy bought that with the yard, and when he bought it, there was 2 ladies, the 2 Miss MacDonalds. They had the newspaper shop, and he divided the house into 2. So he had one half of it for, and there were only the 2 Miss MacDonalds. They had the shop and the other half. And as a matter of fact, because of that, nearly every room in the 4 Bridge Street had 3 doors in it, because they just split it up, and then they put extra doors in where they wanted. Our auditor was a man called Matty Breslin, whose son Donny has Breslin office near the Dominican there now. And he came over to my mother about 2 or 3 weeks after my father died, and he said, "There you are now, Mrs. Murphy. That's a statement of affairs telling you what the business is, and you have your trading account, you have your profit and loss account, and you have your balance sheet." And she said, "Matty, I don't know what does it all mean?" And he said, "If you get in all the money that's owed to you, and you pay all your bills, you'll have £76, 17 and 4 pence, that's it, left." That's all. She said, "That's all." Oh, then she said, "I better run the business." She said, "No woman can run a business." And she said, "Well, no woman can rear 3 children on £74 either." So she decided she was going to run the business. And Matty said, "You will have to take in a partner. No woman can do this." But anyway, she went out, and it's the lads in the yard. There was about 12 fitters there and 3 or 4 apprentices. That was it. But she called them in and said she wanted to do this, you know. And they said, "Well, ma'am, we'll give you all the help we can." And they did. And she often said she could never have done it. She didn't know the difference between a nut and a bolt, you know, at this stage. But she ran it, and Matty Breslin came over a little later, and my mother was having a cup of tea in the kitchen, in the house. When he came into her, "I've taken in a partner," she said. Oh, thanks, but who is? Do I know him? "I'm sure you do, Matty. Who is it?" He said, "There he is on the mantelpiece." And she had a little statue of the Infant of Prague. And this was her. The post would come in the mornings, and the halfpenny letters, she called them, the brown envelopes. You know, and if she got 5 or 6 brown envelopes, that meant she had 5 or 6 bills, you know, and that'd be a lot. And I often remember she said, "Good God." And she turning around to the Infant of Prague, and she said, "Look at that. You're doing nothing. I have to get £30 for the wages before the end of the week. And you're doing nothing." And you know what I mean? Anyway, herself and the Infant of Prague did run the place and made a wonderful success of it.